Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Brody or the Bro Man. Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be telling you guys a story, going back to my roots and telling you guys a story like I usually used to do. What the? Today's story is going to be something that actually happened on Saturday night when I was out hitting the club, with my mates, and we were it was a funny, good time. Anyway, so today's story is going to be about how my friend almost got paid $200 to drive a $55,000 car. So how does that even work? You know, you think about it, usually you'd be the one paying to do that, but no. Alright, this guy, he's bloody lethal, alright? He just gets to drive cars and gets paid for it. So anyways, here's what happened. So we're out clubbing, we're having a good time, and we got a limo, alright? So the night start, I'll just tell you guys how the whole night went before we get into the story. So we ended up getting a bunch of people, and we took a limo to this club, and we went to the club, and we clubbed, alright? That's basically how the night went. So we had a good time in there, and then when the time came to come home, we needed to either take a taxi or get someone to pick us up. We were probably going to take a taxi, but something ended up happening. So we walk out of the club, and I see my buddy, and he's talking to this random guy. I've never seen him before in my life, and this guy's just hanging around him. I'm like, oh, maybe I'm just, okay, we were all drunk except one of my friends, okay? So I was like, maybe this guy has been with us the whole time, but I've just been too freaking plastered to notice. So anyways, he's just there talking to my friend, and turns out this guy needed a ride home too, and he actually had a very expensive car in the parking lot that he took there, but he was drunk, so he couldn't drive it home himself, obviously. He was drinking and driving, even though some people do it. Like, I don't know why people do it. It's freaking stupid. It's not cool. It's not even, like, cool. Anyways, so this guy was making the smart decision, let's not drink and drive. So, anyways, my friends and I are like, okay, well then, this guy's with us now all of a sudden. Like, he's hanging out with us. And yeah, so he ends up telling us that he has this car in the parking lot, and that, we have no way of getting it out because everyone's drunk. But one of my friends was sober, so he steps in and he's like, hey man, like, if you trust me enough, I could drive your car, I could drive you home, and we could just, like, get ourselves out of there somehow, some other way or whatever. And this guy was pretty trusting because, I mean, I don't know if I'd trust a bunch of random guys I just met to, drive my car, but I guess this guy was okay with it. So he ends up letting my friend drive his car. And yes, my friend was sober. I'm going to keep on reinforcing that. He was totally sober, did not drink at all. So we were all good. And so we're driving in the car. We all get in. Turns out it's a BMW $55,000 vehicle, which is pretty insane for this kid to have. We're all sitting in the back seat. We're crammed in the back seat of it. And the kid who actually owned the car was beyond smashed. Like, me and my buds in the back seat, we were like, okay, we know what's happening. Like, this is pretty cool. But the guy who actually owned the car was just out of it. He was so out of it, he had no idea what was going on. He thought my friend was actually a chauffeur service that drove people in and out to wherever they need to go in their own vehicle. So yeah, this guy was like, how much do I owe you? And my friend's like, okay, so I'm actually getting paid for this. It's like, and he just started thinking about it. He wasn't gonna ask for $100. I'm pretty sure about that. But then out of nowhere, this kid's like, yeah, how does $100 sound? I think I'll pay you $100. Obviously, my friend is not going to deny $100. Like, why would you say no to that? $100. And when you think about it, we kind of, this is kind of like, oh, you guys scammed this guy. We didn't necessarily, because the distance we had to drive, plus the fact that we drove his expensive vehicle from a nightclub parking lot to his own house safely, plus the tip you would normally give a cab driver, I would say it pretty much equates to around $100 or just below that. So it wasn't necessarily like a scam, but it was definitely a lot more than we would probably expecting to get. So we end up driving this kid to his house, and he decides to e-transfer the money. And the funny part was, he was like, what's your company name? He asked my friend at one point if he takes debit. Like, he was asking us these stupid questions, and we're like, no, like, we don't. And he's like, well, I don't have any cash. So we decided to e-transfer it. Turns out he put in the wrong email or something, but at the time this was happening, we actually thought he e-transferred the money. So we're like, okay, this guy sent the e-transfer. My friend's gonna be getting $100 electronically. But e-transfers, if you don't know, take around 20 minutes. So my friend who was driving was like, yeah, this is gonna take about 20 minutes, and I'm not gonna leave until we get the money, because we just drove him home and stuff. We don't want to leave until we're making sure he gets the money. And the kid's like, you know what, never mind, let's just go to a gas station that's open 24/7. I'll take out $100 cash and I'll give it to you there. So my friend was like, hey, why the heck not? That is not even a bad deal, because if you guys think about it, the e-transfer would be going through later, and he'd be getting 100 bucks cash, meaning he'd be getting $200. So this is where my friend was being a bit of a snake and trying to get extra money. But in the end, it turned out the e-transfer didn't even go through anyways. So the guy actually didn't even send money at all. So maybe the kid was trying to con him in the first place. Who knows what was going on? But anyways, we get the $100 cash. My friend gets it, and we let the guy out of his car, and we get a ride from the kid's house from my friend's sister. So yeah, we were actually all good in the hood. We had safe arranged rides home. My friend got 100 bucks. He actually made money on a night out, which doesn't even make sense because I blow so much money on a night out. You know, I'm just an idiot. That's just how it works. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this story. If you did, remember to drop a like rating and subscribe if you're new, because I need to start turning my negative numbers into positive numbers because I'm still kind of losing a bit of subscribers, or kind of staying stagnant. You know, I'm not really changing at all. So let's try to get some more subs going in here, and make sure you guys drop a like and share with your friends. Make sure everyone knows Broman is back. And yeah, so I'll see you guys in my next video. Have a great day, everybody, and peace out.